Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ladyhill farm. So as you can see, we are now in July and if you look at the weather, it is not pleasant and we have an upcoming cyclone. The good thing is that the cyclone won't be affecting any of our fields because it is currently right here and I think it is going to go in this direction or maybe it can go in any direction. I don't think it is going to reach to our fields because they are way far away from the cyclone. And other thing is also is that if we look into the weather chart, you can see it will be raining continuously in every month starting from the July, which we are in already. So it will be raining in August, September, October, November, December. So there will be continuous rain. That is what I meant to say. And since I have decided to start with the moving work today, so what I will do in this episode is I will first start with planting the soybeans in our field number 17. We prepared that field for the planting work in the previous month, or you can say in the previous episode. And along with it, I will also start with cutting the grass and I will try to finish the grass cutting and the planting work within this episode because I'll also have to roll the field on which I'll be planting the soybeans. And for our next episode that I'll be doing that episode as well in the July itself. And before we move to August, I'm gonna finish with the baling work as well because not only we have to cut the grass, we have to ted it first. After that, we are gonna windrow it, and then only we'll be able to make the hay bales for our animals. And that means that we'll surely be getting the animals in August. And if we also look into in the crop growth chart, you can see our wheat field will be ready by the next month itself. The canola is on the second last of growing stage, but if we look at the wheat, you can see they are on their final growth stage, and the wheat field will be ready. So it will be better to finish off with the baling work within this month, so that once we move to August, we can start with our harvesting work on our wheat fields. And along with it, I also be doing the dividing and fertilizing work on the soybeans field, which we are going to plant today. So to begin with, we are going to start with planting the soybeans. So for that work, I'll be using our bigger massive Ferguson tractor. So I will jump on it. There it is. And we now have to take our planter to the field number 17. And we won't be needing the front weight, so I will leave it right here. There we go. And now let's attach the planter to the tractors and straight away we are gonna move towards the field number 17. And as for the equipment for the baling work, I am still not sure if I should purchase them or should I lease them. But I'll surely be deciding it after some time because we'll have to start with the moving work first, and that will be doing once we are done with planting the soybeans. As for the seeds, I think we have enough seeds with us in order to plant the soybeans in the entire field number 17. So let's get attached the rear equipment as well. There we go. And you can see we have almost 2700 liters of seeds with us. And it's now time to move towards the field number 17. And you can see the sun is also out. But then again, I don't think rain will be stopping anytime very soon. If we look into the weather chart, you can see I think the rain will be stopping somewhere around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So I have to take a right from here. I will be taking this path towards our field number 17 and I will see you right there. So here we are at the field number 17 and here is the entry to the field. The gates are already open, so it's a good thing. And I'll surely be using the steering assist once again in order to plant the soybeans in this field. So let's unfold the planter, and I will quickly close these doors as well. There we go. And let's select the correct seeds. There it is, the soybeans, and I will also turn on the steering assist. There we go. So there you can see we are planting the soybeans in our field number 17. And if you look at the seed consumption rate, it is using the seeds at a decent rate. But then again, I think the seeds that we had will surely be enough for planting the soybeans in this entire field. And the only issue with this planter is that since it is not that wide, I am pretty sure that we won't be able to do the planting work in a single time lapse. So what I'll be doing is I will do the first time lapse by myself, and after that I'm gonna hire a worker for the planting work on the remaining of the field, and I myself will jump on our grass tractor so that we can either lease or purchase a mower setup, and we're gonna start with cutting the grass from our grasslands. And once again, my approach will be same. I think I'm gonna do at least 3 headlands, and after that I'm gonna go up and down into this field, and in this way we'll surely be done with the planting work on this field. And not only the planting, I'll also be rolling this field once we are done with the planting work within this episode itself. So as of now, I'm gonna continue with the soybean planting work on this field, and I will see you after some time. Well, as you can see, I'm continuing with planting the soybeans in our field number 17, and I think I have planted over 60% of the field, which is a good thing. And we still have plenty of seeds left in our planter. So what I will now do is I'm gonna hire a worker, and the worker will now complete this planting work for us. And since we have enough seeds, it won't be facing any issues in doing this work for us. And I myself will jump on our class tractor. We're gonna move towards the shop, and we're gonna get some machines for the moving work on our grasslands. So into the AI worker menu, and since we have done the headlands, I will be asking the worker to go only up and down. There we go. Worker will continue its job now, and straight away let's jump onto the class tractor. There it is. I will leave the lime spreader right here, and we'll move to the shop now. And as for the mower setup, I think what I'll be doing is I will lease the movers for this time once again. It is because currently I have no idea so as to how many animals I'm gonna get, and also how much food they're gonna take once I start to feed them. So it will be a better option to observe first and then only make a decision to purchase the mower, because the movers won't be cheap. They will be costing me somewhere around 50 to 60,000 pounds, even if I go with a cheaper one. So I think it will be better to lease the movers for now. We're gonna cut the grass, and once we make the hay bales, we'll see if we are gonna need to make the hay bales quite frequently. And if we have to do that, I'll surely be purchasing the movers in coming time, and also the other equipments, particularly a windrower, tedder, and the baler. But for this time, I'll surely be leasing the movers, and we are gonna straight away start with cutting the grass from both of our grasslands. And I'm pretty sure that this time we are gonna get a decent yield from both of our grasslands, because we have spread lime on both the fields, and I also fertilized them as well. So once again, here we are at the shop, and it's now time to lease a mower. I'll see just to which mower I'm gonna go with this time. So into the shop menu, and there are the movers, and you can see we have plenty of options to go. And I think last time I went with this setup, and if I purchase them, it will be costing me somewhere about 48,500 pounds. Yep. And we also have this one, and it has a working width of 7.3 meters. It is a rear mover setup, and if I have to lease, I will see if this one will be cheaper option or the other one will be cheaper. So this unit will cost me almost 700 pounds, and this back unit will cost me right about 1800 pounds. So in total it will cost me 2500 pounds to lease these two movers. And if I go with this one, it is gonna cost me almost 2700 pounds. So I think this time I can go with this one, and I'm pretty sure that our class tractor will be able to pull this mover without any issues. I will have a look into our vehicle sections. We'll see as to what power our tractor is. Well, it has an 180 horsepower engine, which I think should be able to pull this mover very easily. So I'm gonna lease it, and in this way we're gonna try something different. So let's lease this mover. There we go. We paid right about 2500 pounds for this, and since we already have front weight attached, I don't think it will be any issue in order to pull this mover, or even to pick this mover from the ground. Let's see. Well, it is feeling some weight, but then again I don't think there will be any issue. So I will fold the movers. Let's turn on the beacons and straight away we're gonna move towards our grassland. And I'm gonna start with cutting the grass from both of our grass fields. And I won't be doing the tedding or windrowing work. I'll only cut the grass in this episode. And from the next episode, we're gonna wait for some time till the rain stops, and only that we're gonna start with the tedding, windrowing, and the baling work, which I'm gonna finish in the next episode, as I've already told. And that episode will also be done in July itself. And once I'm done with the moving work, hopefully the worker will be finished with the planting work on the field number 17. And the last job for this episode will be to roll our soybean field. So we are back to our farmyard, and I think I'm gonna start with cutting the grass from number 164 first, and then we're gonna move towards the field number 163. And I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to cut the grass from both these grasslands in a single time lapse. So I will start from this side, and I'll surely be closing the gates before we start with the moving work. Let's unfold the mover, and straight away I will close these gates first. There we go. And this time we are gonna get a decent amount of grass from this field. I am pretty sure about it. So it's time to do the grass cutting work. There we go. We are cutting the grass once again from our grasslands, and you can see our tractor is pulling this mover without any issues, which is a good thing. And in this way we are gonna finish with the moving work within no time. Although because of the rain, the tractor seems to be slipping a bit, but then again it won't matter much because we have the power, that is for sure. Our tractor is quite powerful. So I'm gonna continue with cutting the grass on both of our grasslands. I'll be doing this job by myself, and I will try to finish this work in a single time lapse. And once it will be done, we're gonna return the mower, and I will start with the rolling work on our field number 17, and hopefully the worker will be finished by then. So let's continue with the moving work, and I will see you guys once I'm done. as you can see, I am almost done with the moving work as well and on our both the grasslands. And I'm quite impressed with the performance of this mower and also with our tractor, although it tend to slip at some parts of this field and the other field. But I think that is because of the rain that we have currently, and it is quite intense. So I think if I consider to purchase a mower in the future, this will be a decent contender. So there we go. We are finished with the moving work, and just look at the condition of the mower. It has gone really dirty, and same is the case with our tractor and the other machines. So I'm pretty sure that we are in dire need of a pressure washer, which I'll surely be purchasing in the coming time. As of now, what I will do is I will return the mover. There it is. So let's return it. And our worker is also finished with planting the soybeans in the field number 17. So it's now time to start with the rolling work on that field, for which I will be using this tractor itself. So let's move towards that field with our class tractor and the roller. So here's the roller. Let's get it attached. There we go. And I think I will move to from this side of the field only if I'll be able to. I think I had to go from the other side because the size of the roller is quite big. Let's see if I can get it out from here or not. I don't think there will be any issues. Yep, it was quite simple. And we're gonna move from this side itself. We're gonna take this path and quickly move towards the field number 17. So here is the field number 17. I will enter to the field. The gates are closed, so let's open them first. There we go. And I'm gonna park our tractor and the roller somewhere right here. And before we start with the rolling work, I will once again jump into our ATS tractor. There it is, and you can see the worker has done a decent job in planting the soybeans in the remaining of the field. So let's head back to the farmyard with our tractor and the planter, and I'm gonna put them inside the shed. So here we are back to the farm once again, and I'm gonna put our tractor and the planter once again in this shed right here. I will leave them as it is for now. There we go, and straight away let's jump back onto the class tractor. So let's unfold the ruler, and I think before we start, once again I'm gonna close these gates. There we go. And I won't be using any type of steering assist for this job because we have a decent working width on our ruler. And there we go. We are rolling our field, and we have a decent working width, although the working speed is a bit less. But then again, I don't think I'll be facing any issue in finishing the rolling work in this field in a single time lapse, which surely be our final time lapse for this episode. As for the next episode, I'll surely be starting with the tedding, windrowing and baling work, and along with it we'll see if I can do a few contracts, because I don't think I'll be able to do any of the field work in the next episode, because I'll be doing that episode in July itself. And as for this field, the crops that I've planted today will be ready only by August, and then only we are gonna able to remove the weeds from this field and we'll fertilize it as well. Although since this is a soybean crop, I don't think it will be needing any of the fertilizer. But then again, I'll surely be trying it, and I'll also be fertilizing our other two grass fields once we are done with the baling work. And as for the money that we have, I'll see as to where I can invest that money. Hopefully, I can go with purchasing another field, but only the time will tell what I'll be doing. As of now, I'm gonna continue with the rolling work on our soybean field, and I will see you once I am done. So there you can see I'm almost done with the rolling work as well on our field number 17, and once it will be finished, I'll surely be calling it a day. And it's right around 11 a.m. currently. So for the next episode, I'll surely be skipping some time till the rain stops so that we can start with the tedding work on our grasslands. And once the tedding work will be done, I will also lease a windrower so that we can windrow the tedded grass, and then we're gonna start making the hay bales. And in this way, we'll be able to finish with the baling work as well within the next episode itself. And I'll also be fertilizing our both the grasslands before we move to the next month. So there we go. We are done with the rolling work as well. I'm gonna stop the tractor right here, and there you can see it says the nitrogen level is perfect. So That means the soybeans won't be taking any more fertilizer, but it is for sure that there will be quite a few weeds in this field once the seeds will germinate. So I'll surely be removing the weeds from this field, and that work will be done in August. And along with it, our fields will also be ready in August itself. So we're gonna harvest them as well. So that will be it for this episode as well. I hope you guys like this video, and if you do so, then do leave a like on the video and subscribe to our channel. As of now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.